Okay guys, Vevor have sent me some tongs to try out. They're blacksmithing tongs. I didn't really want any tongs, but hey ho, how many tongs can you have? You know, you can never have too many. And since I've had the power hammer, I've never got around to making any more, and they could come in quite handy for that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you a quick look at them in the box, see what they look like, and then we'll get the fire alight and see if they're any good. Right, so this is how they came. Heavyweight cardboard box, and it says in there that we've got wolf tongs, V-bit, ZV and gripping tongs. I'm not quite sure how they're described, if it's accurate or not. Oh, and look at this, we've got a user manual for tongs. Really? Well, we'll have a quick look at that in a minute, but let's see what we've got in here. Let's just get them all out. We might have to put the camera down. And yeah, let me just put the camera on the tripod. Okay, see what we've got first. Not too bad. Slightly better than I was expecting, to be honest. They're heavy. The reins are pretty chunky. I think that's probably over ½ inch. They say they're made of high carbon steel. How high carbon I do not know, but we'll soon find out. Right, that's one. I guess they're the gripping tongs, I don't know. Ah, now these are the ZV, I think they call these. Now the only thing I don't like immediately is the fact, I don't know if you can see from there, it's offset. So let's find something, I don't know if you can see it from there. And of course it's not holding it like it now. Yeah, I would prefer it so that the material came parallel to the reins, but I suppose then it might get in the way of your hand. So the best way to try it, or to tell, is to try it. But they've got a V-bit in there as well. So yeah, again, heavy. They're about 18 inches long. Nicely finished on the end with a ball. Quite chunky. You perhaps wouldn't want to be hanging on to them all day, but if you've got some heavy work to do. What we got in this one? Oh, your ordinary bolt head tongs. Now, I would have expected a V in there, but there isn't. But we'll give them a go. Again, they're all same sort of pattern. Oh, now this one's the one I was thinking of. This is more like the bolt head tongs. I don't know quite what these ones are. They're for flat stuff, I guess. These ones have got you can go both directions, that way and that way. Yeah, right, well, let's get the fire alight and we'll give them all a little play. Okay, so I hope you can hear me. I've laid out what I want to use with each tong, and obviously they're going to have to be adjusted. So this one I want to use railroad spike, so obviously that's going to need adjusting. This one I want to use a bolt, again going to need adjusting. This one, some long flat, and again it's going to need adjusting. And finally these with some 3/4, 3/8, again going to need adjusting. So we're going to put them in the fire, warm them up, get them to fit, and then see how well they hold it. It's hot. Yeah, that one works nice. Try this one. That's going to be for the spike. Okay, so now I've done that, I'll just quickly go through it again. These ones for the flat, I was concerned to start with about the angle, but it actually works out very well. When you're holding them against the anvil, it's quite controllable. So that isn't an issue anymore. So, but that really holds nice and tight. These ones, the bolt ones, again, I don't know if you can see, it's got a cross in there, so you can hold both ways. So you can actually hold things that way reasonably well. Probably better with square or round or smaller round, but I think that will do that a treat. Something like that if I needed to. So that's a success. These flat ones, I'm not quite sure about these. They're sort of bolt tongs, but for flat. But I don't know what you'd have, where you'd have except for something like this, like a railroad spike, but it doesn't hold them particularly well that way. So it would do at a pinch, and I'm sure it'll have its uses, but not particularly for something like that, although I've already made myself some tongs for that, which you've probably seen in an earlier video. Right, finally, the ordinary flat tongs. They hold nice as well. I don't know if it's because the jaws are slightly serrated. But it does mean with these you could hold smaller rounds that way as well, because they've got the indentations in here. Yeah, we've got some smaller round here. That would hold that quite well. Obviously not that big. So yeah, overall, a pretty good haul. I'll put a link in the description. There's a discount code. I might even put it up on the screen, but certainly definitely put it in the description. Pop along, have a look. If you're starting up, perfect, absolutely perfect. Even if you're not starting up, like me, you've been at it for yonks, you can't be bothered to make your own tongs. I think they're about 50 quid, something like that, for 4 decent sets of tongs. Yeah, pretty good for what they are. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.